come back in session. Kevin?
Strategic plan, I'm going to work from this nice-looking sheet. There's also another document that she included, but this one's kind of a neat one, but I thought we could go through this. These are the belief statements that have been put together through the committee, and I don't think I see anything with the belief statements. Does anybody have anything that catches them, or they're not sure, would like any changes? Because what we're looking at tonight is we'll do any tweaking and put things in here, because this is the board's strategic planning document. So you got input on this from a number of people, so but this is your decision on these things. So belief statements, I didn't really see anything that needed
I thought
to
they
be
looked good.
updated. I think they kind of hit really what came out of what was said during those sessions. The next thing is the mission statement, and I've circled teach them values. That was a point of discussion that I think, that values thing kind of comes out in, there's a lot of ways, it can sound bad.
Right.
We're not here to teach your children values.
Right.
We're here to reinforce values, but
Right.
there's also, we're here to work with students on respect and character and responsibility and kindness.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
so I mean, there are those
My
type
phone.
of things, but the word values doesn't encompass it very well.
Right.
So I don't know if we want to take that out or put in another word somewhere that, because I look at it, it's the skills really for a good life and for your future, so preparation.
Could, I was doing some thinking on the mission and vision statement. Could we do something with building character? Would that be more,
Building character.
instead of teaching values, building character or character? And that was my one thought about it, that it might be a little
That fits in
different.
more, I think, with what we're trying to get,
Right.
Yeah.
I think the educators get a little twitchy. I know I get a little whoa when we start talking
Yeah,
about values,
and I know.
because I don't want to mess with people's values. I mean, I look at the school as here to reinforce what mom and dad are teaching. I don't think we should be
Right.
taking over, but character.
Yeah.
Building.
I feel like it's,
That's
Building character.
something that we
Right,
can go
something to do-
figure out what does that mean and what does that look like. That is,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Yeah.
That is very tangible for our students. Just the little bit of research that I put forth trying to figure out, okay, so if I'm in charge of figuring out how we're going to teach values, what is that going to look like?
right, when it's different for everybody.
It's a mile long and
Yeah,
yeah, so I'm more inclined to be accepting of build character, because then it fits with the verb first in
Right.
each of those, because that's what you're getting at.
So inspire lifelong learners, build character, prepare them for their future. Does that seem more like a reasonable?
that was more, yeah, I didn't like the values thing either.
Yeah, it kind of got in there.
Well,
Yeah.
it's fine if everyone has the same values. But,
Just make sure it says build character, not characters.
true,
I like that.
true.
No typos on this one.
I'll check it over.
I'm not going to make any comments. Then you have the vision statement, excellence in education, community driven. Is something that we kind of refined? Is that,
I don't know, I have feelings about that too. I don't feel like that's a vision statement.
okay?
I feel like it's more of a branding,
Okay.
the more I've looked at things. I don't know what anybody else's thoughts were on that were, I feel like we could have that as a brand,
Okay.
but I don't know if that should be our vision statement. I don't know what other
Well,
people's
I
thoughts.
think it's still, it does become a vision statement because you still want the excellence in education. You're going to continually strive and change everything to become and bring forth the excellence of education. And as a vision, you're going to have to continually be working on ways to get the community involved and keep them involved to help with the decisions that is best for the community. And I can see though where it can become a branding too, but I mean, for a vision, you do want the best of the education, you do want the community
Oh,
involved.
yeah, I agree. I agree with
And
what
that's-
it is.
And it takes a huge vision to try and get both of them
Right.
accomplished.
I just feel like your vision statement shouldn't have to be explained. And I feel like sometimes when I read this, I don't know, that's just my thoughts.
Mhm.
Was this the thing that she said you could put up on a billboard? Is that
Yeah.
what she said? So it can't be lengthy, right?
Well, some of them are more, well, I mean,
Right. But also, your vision is what you see 5 years down the road.
right,
What is it you want to accomplish that you are not already doing? That we have not, made clear.
Right, but and both of them, 5 years down the road is going to be different than what it is currently. 5 years down the road, our excellence in education is going to be totally different looking than what it is right now.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, 2 years ago, we weren't doing a lot of things that we are right now. And that's our excellence in education thought of, this is what we want, and the community driven. We passed a bond by getting the community involved that has never happened before on the first vote. Our strategic planning was pushing to get the community out there
Right.
and help us do it. So I think it really does, this is a vision of what we want.
I tend to agree more with Katie on this one. I just pulled up Marshall's strategic plan, and their vision is to be the premier school district where every student is inspired every day. So it's what they want to be. Like,
I mean, I think-
excellence in education is, yeah, it's what we want to be, but I don't know, it doesn't have that, like,
Yeah.
vision.
lofty enough.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think that's good, I mean, and again, this is just me thinking, laying in my bed thinking of things. But anyway, I mean, like, community and district committed to working together to provide educational excellence and supporting our students for their future paths. I feel like that still has this main idea, but it has more of a projection.
Say it again, Katie.
Community and district committed to working together to provide educational excellence and supporting our students for their future paths. And it doesn't have to be that exactly, but I just feel like it still has what we want, what these things we want. I just feel like it is more of a vision statement versus, I don't know, and we can do whatever we want, but
Yep.
I just don't know, when you go to all that work to make a vision statement, I don't know if that's our vision statement, or if that's a vision statement. I think it's more of a brand. I mean, like, you could brand this, you could put this on top of sheets, on bottom, I mean, you could have it as your tagline per se. I don't know if that's what the right word for it is or not either, but that's just my opinion on it. I feel like
So you feel it needs to be more of a statement rather than a brand?
Right.
Yeah.
I think
But
you
you had
still
to say it
encompass
was
all
bigger
of the things in here.
Yeah, and I think you should be able to read it and know what I mean, I get that we know what, community driven to me is gray when you just read it. I mean, it is and isn't, I guess, but I don't know. Sorry.
I might need to write that down, Katie, so you'll have to give it to me again.
Well, and maybe we all just need to, do some work on it as far as the vision statement goes, and maybe,
Katie, can you say it again?
okay. I have community and district committed to working together to provide educational excellence and supporting our students for their future paths. And I'm fine, I mean, we can tweak it, throw it, whatever, but that's just,
I like how it's a commitment to what we want to become.
right, that's what I feel like too. I feel like it's more. And I think it's okay to use this more as a branding. I mean, if we wanted to use it, like on, if we wanted to put it on paper, you know, whatever, like as our head, you know,
Right.
or, I don't know, whatever you call them, head, not header either, what is it, like a
Letterhead.
letterhead. If we wanted to do something like that, or even if you wanted to have it on like signage or, I don't know, as a brand.
We can call it our theme,
Call it or what?
theme, or model.
I don't think you would need paths, you could just our students for the future. I don't think you need paths.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Fine.
Because their future
Yep,
is
Think
a
that's
it's
fine.
path.
I think it encompasses what's in the vision statement,
Mhm.
plus expands a little bit.
Yeah.
Even touches on some of the mission.
Mhm.
Again, I think we wanted, if there's some discussion, we can talk through these things
Right.
here. And if we want, we can maybe bring to the next board meeting
Mhm.
for approval. We don't feel like we have to
No.
pound everything out here tonight, but that's a good suggestion and that's.
Well, and I think it'd be good for all of us to kind of think about it and just, because, and like at that meeting too, some of us came together with different, it was different people's, you know. I just don't think we want to be selling ourselves short on our vision statement.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll put that together. The next is the, kind of where the board is at with goals. And the objectives that are put in here would be things that the administration would probably put some things in place of how we're going to accomplish those goals. She's laid out some things here that we will look at, and I would like to go over those objectives with the administrative team and have discussions and maybe make a few refinements in here, because this was the task force that kind of put together some of these ideas of how we can get things done. But I think that administratively, that's basically what my job is you want this is how we're going to do it. So I think we'll take the admin team will work on the objectives. So tonight, I would like the board to look at the goals, and are you okay with these goals that have come out of the task force? So first one is achieving the goals of the world's best workforce. That's kindergarten readiness, reading at third grade level, closing the achievement gaps, college and career ready, and all students graduating on time, which that's kind of universal and it takes care of things. So that one is kind of our high student achievement. The next is increase the academic achievement of all students through effective instruction, challenging, engaging, and aligned curriculum and assessment. I'm not really sure what that chart means. Does anybody
One,
remember?
two, and three.
Yeah, that was my
Science.
group. That was
1,
the
2, 3.
percentage of proficiency that we would like in the year, the first year of it, the second year of it, the third year. We gave 3 years time span.
Let's go 1, 2, 3.
Kind of like how
Yeah.
we did with the
Okay.
achievement and integration planning.
Okay.
You know, we had the end goal, and then we back from there, okay, what can we do the first year? What can we do the second year? How can we make it happen the third year?
So the 1 is 2021,
Correct,
the 2 is 2022.
correct.
Yes.
There we go, okay. The third was provide the resources, programs, and personnel that enable all students to be successful, and this is under student support, and meet the needs of all students.
Do those have to be two separate goals, do you think? Together?
I know I put
think the needs might be more of like, not so much always educational needs, but more other
So I
kinds
think
of
that was
needs.
more what we were, yeah,
Psychosocial.
Yeah, because when you look at the objective, it's the social, emotional.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Academic support, social
Social.
support, social. And that was about
Okay.
interventions and,
Right.
you know.
That's fine, I just questioned.
Okay. Number 5 was creating and maintaining a school culture that promotes and builds positive relationships and mutual respect among and between students, staff, parents, guardians, and the community as a whole. So really, number 5 is about school culture and making some improvements there. I think that was something that came out
Mhm.
through the conversations was we'd like to work on culture. Goal number 6 is equip learners and staff with the skills to better prepare for college and the workforce. I think that's another one. Number 7 was maintaining a strong fund balance and promoting financially responsible spending. One of the things that came out was is to communicate, find ways to communicate better the finances of the school district. And then the 8th goal was the district will effectively communicate to all stakeholders in a way that engages stakeholders to actively advocate for education. So these are kind of the goals that came out of there.
Yep. That's right.
Thoughts?
Looks really good.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is, I think, with the admin team to work on the objectives
Mhm.
and get those aligned.
Mhm.
But I think the goals are good. I will also tweak up the mission and vision statements for review. And we'll maybe try to talk about this at the next regular board meeting. But overall,
When everybody brainstorm about the vision statement, I mean,
Right.
seriously, it's because
you might have nailed it, Katie.
Yeah.
well, I'm just,
That sounds pretty good.
it's amazing what happens after I have the last one. And I don't mean with my husband.
So overall, the process for strategic planning, your thoughts?
I thought it was very
I-
beneficial.
I did too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thought it was
Well
great.
worth the time and the
Mhm.
money.
I think everybody from community, staff, everybody that came, it was very good. I thought it was good.
It was great to see the amount of community we had.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
Well, there's a lot of different ways you can do strategic planning, and different consultants and MSBA seem to have pretty
Mhm.
reasonable,
Pretty streamlined.
yeah, so.
Okay.
Sent the bill today, so
Awesome.
pay them.
Anything else? Anything else? Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Marcy, do I have a second?
Second.
Brad, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion passes.
Only a minute after.
All right.